Hello.
Good afternoon, Arvind.
Good afternoon, Charmaine Fivers. How are you?
I am very well, and yourself?
Always good, and always a pleasure seeing you.
Always good. Yes, most definitely. We had such a nice chat now with the flower topic we had just now that we could probably chat until 6 o'clock. We could just have the auditorium to ourselves for the rest of the afternoon. So
Absolutely.
absolutely. Yes. Okay,
So
great.
here, ladies and gentlemen, is Charmaine Fivers. And who is Charmaine Fivers? The world by now knows Charmaine Fivers. But 16 years in the South African wedding industry and events market. Tent Works is what she runs. It has been awarded so many prestigious contracts under the leadership of Charmaine. Some of them are what? CFO awards, infrastructure supply, music awards, red carpet event, music awards, gala dinners. Afrikaan is Groot music. God, the list
Afrikaans is good.
Okay.
Yes,
She's
anyway.
been around since 2008. Vast experience in planning luxury weddings and also a supply of bespoke event infrastructure. I see her, I have been with Charmaine for the last 9 months, right? And I see her in the car putting up her stuff. She's talking to me. She's a multifaceted, multi-talented woman. Absolutely a pleasure having you to moderate this session, Charmaine.
Thank you, Arvind. Thank you. I'm going to have a challenge again to keep in the time because we've got a lovely topic now. So yes, so you'll have to reprimand us, I'm sure of it, but we'll try our best.
No reprimand. I will come and cut off the feed.
Okay, we'll try. I'll try my best.
All the best.
Thank you. And great. And check South Africa. Here we have the hottest girls or women in the bridal industry on one screen today, and they're going to discuss the hot bridal trends. So how fitting is that? Hot women discussing hot bridal trends. That's not just amazing.
Thank you, Charmaine.
Thank you so much, all of you, to join in today. And we've got a lovely topic, hot bridal trends and inspiration for your big day. I'm quickly going to just go around from top to bottom. And then if you guys can just introduce yourself, I'll say your name, and then you can just maybe, I'm going to say all your names, and then we can just maybe elaborate on who you are and where you're from. So we've got Alison Kirk from Wedding and Function, and we've got Crystal from Wed Ready, and we've got Mariet van Niekerk from Bridesgids, also very well known. And then we've got Lana De Jager from Droomvrouwe. So ladies, welcome. So quickly give us some background about yourselves. Alison, we can start with you. You're in the top corner.
Great. Thanks, Charmaine. It's wonderful to be here today. And hello to all you beautiful ladies. Nice to be chatting with you. So yeah, my name's Alison Kirk, and I have been in the wedding industry for 16 years, running Wedding and Function. And what we used to do, we used to bring out a A5 bi-monthly magazine, which would connect brides to suppliers. But with the COVID pandemic, we've actually been able to reinvent Wedding and Function and move completely online. So it's very exciting. So please go and check out our website. But that's me, Alison from Wedding and Function.
Hi, I'm Crystal. Thank you. Oh, my voice. I'm Crystal from Wed Ready, the marketing director for Wed Ready. And Wed Ready is South Africa's first completely interactive wedding directory. And we've got mobile apps on iOS, Huawei, and Android for brides to plan their wedding literally from an app on their phone. So we have been greatly blessed in this time that everything is moving online, that our business is completely structured for this. So we've been able to serve our clients very well during the last year and this pandemic.
Fantastic. And Mariet from Bridesgids.
Hi, Charmaine. How are you?
Well, and you?
Hello, everyone.
So
Hello.
my name is Mariet van Niekerk, and I'm the owner of Bruidsgids and Wedding Guide. So we have two magazines, like I mentioned, Bruidsgids, which is our Afrikaans one, and Wedding Guide, our English one. Both are annual magazines. But I think, like Alison said as well, obviously the COVID forced every one of us to think out of the box and think of new ideas. And since I took the business over in 2018, I think we accomplished to make our brand even bigger. We are busy with a new website as well, and we don't only have a magazines. We are busy with more projects. I can't tell you all of them yet, but one is a journal, and we also have PJs now, and even for the honeymoon we have nice bikinis. So we have a little online store and stuff as well. So yeah.
Nice.
But our job is to be the middleman and to make sure that the bride gets in contact with the best possible wedding supplier.
That's fantastic. And then Lana from Droomtrouwe.
Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm the executive producer on Droomtrouwe and the Be Your Dream Group, and we in television, but dream weddings is what we do. That's our game, and we hope to make everyone's dreams come true, and obviously search out the best and most stunning latest things and trends and people and artists involved in the industry to make a dream wedding. And then that's what we do. Dream weddings on television.
Fantastic. So ladies, we've got you ladies must have your hand on the pulse, because you put out magazines, you put out directories, so you're always looking for the latest trends and the best suppliers. So that's why we thought it's very fitting to have you guys all in one room to discuss what is the hot bridal trends and inspiration for your wedding, for your big day. But there's sometimes, the word style and trend gets confused. So what's the difference? Tell our audience a little bit, what's the difference? Anyone can go. Mariet, maybe you can start. What's the difference?
Okay, so I will say your style is your personal choice. So obviously it's something that you like. It's not necessarily a trend now, but it's something that you like, and people know you for your style. I know someone mentioned to me when I spoke to them about the topics that they have a very laid-back style. And I think a laid-back style is something that we see more often now after COVID. And then if we look at a trend is something that is set. Usually it's a dominal event like COVID. Or if we look back at Meghan and Harry's wedding, after she had that plain silk dress, we often now see that more and more brides, even after a couple of years now, they still do the very plain dress. So trend is something that is set. It's not necessarily something that you like, but it's something that you will, for that period after the dominal event, you will quite often see, let's say if you browse, let's say clothes, you'll more often see in the shops. And if we look at the wedding industry, obviously we're talking about weddings now. If you scroll through your Instagram and Facebook and buy the magazines and everything, a trend is something that you will see more often in that period.
In that period, okay. So anyone wants to add something to that?
I think, yeah, I totally agree. I think style is something that it's a trend is something that is happening right now. And you've got I almost want to say things that's setting the trend. People and but with a style, it's a little bit different. That's something that takes a little bit of practice to form your own style. It's not something that happens overnight. And then obviously it's something you can learn. Style is something you look at and work at. Where trend is something that is basically happening right now. Influences and trend, literally things happening is basically what sets the trend.
What sets the trend? So 2019 had fabulous trends. I mean, it was a gorgeous year for weddings. And then 2020 happened and everything came to a standstill. And now we're in 21 and we're sort of going, but we're also not going, but we are going. So, what do you think? What is going to, Mariet just mentioned that the plain silk dress of the royal wedding, how long ago was that? 2 years, 3 years ago already? That's still trending. So what do you think? Is the trends of 2019 just going to continue and we'll wait for new trends, or do you think complete new trends is being set now? What's your opinion on that?
Can I jump in there, Charmaine?
Yes, of course. Jump in, please, guys, flow.
So pretty much, if I can put it like this, the umbrella trend that we are seeing is personalization. And that filters down to every category of the wedding. Because of COVID, we had to adapt. Every aspect of the wedding had to adapt. The food had to adapt. Your guest list had to adapt. Venues, everything had to adapt. So there's obviously huge influence on the trends there. But people also became more sentimental because of cutting down the guest list, and personalizing their wedding has become hugely popular. So you've got a smaller guest list, but you can spend a bit more of your budget on maybe specialty drinks, if that is something that you like, or the dress. We've started to see interesting details. So we can go into all the categories here, but I would just sum it up as weddings have become personalized.
Personalized, most definitely, and also more bespoke,
Definitely, exactly.
Yeah, more bespoke because they are smaller, so people, spend more and make it, like you say, very more personal.
Can I jump in?
Yes, of course.
Just, I love watching Pantone and all the information they come with, and they've chosen ultimate grey and illuminating yellow. And yellow is it's optimism, and I think we're really trying to grab onto that. And I think that speaks for a lot of us. South Africans are so resilient, and after all we've been through in this COVID and everything else, I just think that optimism is exactly what we're looking for right now.
Most definitely. So, and Mariet, and Lana, you've been doing weddings right through the lockdown period, because you actually, you were producing television programs, so you managed to carry on. So I think you were very, you're one of the few fortunate ones that could carry on working. And now weddings are starting again, back to the 50s and the 100s and so forth. So what is the new color trends and the wedding sizes and wedding parties, that type of thing? What are you guys seeing in the market out there?
I think the warm tones are making a turn back, lots of terracottas, burnt orange, the yellows. It's quite, we see a lot of people choosing that when we speak to brides. This is part of what, it's not something we expected, but it's absolutely a lot of botanical kind of vibes going through, organic look and feels, that kind of look and feel. We see different kind of metals moving in, so people are moving more towards the gold. Rose gold is moving out a bit, which is quite, refreshing as well. Rose gold's been around for quite some time. And even we've even seen a few silvers as well. So from color schemes, it's a bit of a refreshing look and feel. Lots of greens, and I think a lot of I'm not allowed to say pampas, but a lot of that kind of look and feel, and the dried
almost the bohemian type. Type look.
Yeah, a lot of textures, a lot of layering of textures and things like that.
Absolutely. And I think that the thing that sort of like is sticking around now with the whole personalization thing happening is detail. So there's a lot of attention to detail, where previously it wasn't such a big thing, like there's new trends like welcome boxes and all kinds of and like the new, there's new cutlery out, the
very
set,
Yeah, very, very nice cutlery and the tabletop designs. Yeah, the tabletop designs has really taken a change over the last 2 years. I would like to say, you get previously you only had choice um, knife and forks, maybe two or three, but now there's so many different designer type of styles and color schemes. Even I mean, you get gold with pink or gold with black in your cutlery and crockery, So yes, Mariet, from your publish from your the magazine that you publish. I mean, you guys do. I know your the people that actually publish in your book. They do lots of style shoots, and that actually create trends as well. So, what are you seeing? What's happening on that front on your side?
Well, Charmaine, firstly, I want to answer your question by saying that I don't believe that the trend can go back to 2019, not at all, not after
Okay.
such a big something like COVID-19. I also think that while all of you spoke now, I was thinking, actually, I think one of the things, like Lana said, there's new cutlery and welcome boxes and stuff. And I think it's got a lot to do with the suppliers that had a lot of time on hands while it was like complete lockdown. So obviously they had to think, and they knew once we're going to be able to open and operate again, they'll have to bring everything to the table, to have new cutlery, have new ideas, so that they can generate an income. And like you said, yes, we don't have a style shoot in Brideshead. We only did it last year because it was our 25th birthday, but otherwise we only have it in Wedding Guide. But we are currently busy with them. I think the first one will start 8th of April. So then I'm giving up my right hand, Anke. She's going to leave me for a month. She's got 15 style shoots to do all over South Africa, Cape Town, Mpumalanga.
Wow.
But what we try to do there, and I don't want to jump the topics because I know you will get there, but what we try to do is to not cover only, I know, like you said, the yellow and the terracotta and all those colors are very trendy now. But I'm a firm believer to not regret your style of your wedding, to be able in 10 years' time to still show your wedding and be proud of your wedding. So we try to cater for each bride, to make sure we cater not only for the yellow so we usually work with most of the colors to accommodate, and we see ourselves as trendsetters. So we really want to try not to just follow the trends, but to set the trends with these style shoots. And I think it's really something to look out in our magazine that will be on the shelves in August.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. You guys are trendsetters in your magazines when it comes to those style shoots. I think brides actually look forward to grab one of those copies and see what you guys are, came up with. So, yeah. So, what advice could you give to brides decide what trend to follow? Because I mean that can be hard, because I mean a trend is also an opinion. It's opinion based. Some people it's based on their background, their culture. So what advice can you give to brides on how to decide what trend to follow? Alison, have you got what would you say? Or Chantal?
I think it really depends on their personality, the couple. I think, gone are the days where the woman decides everything. Now we've got mixed couples, mixed races, mixed cultures, and I think a lot of that has to play in it. And that's exciting. I think, as much as we sort of look overseas for the trends, I think we have our own unique trends here in South Africa, and that plays a huge part. But I think at the end of the day, it comes down to the couple and what they actually looking for.
Yeah. I would like to tie in with what Mariet said there, with them catering for different colors, different color palettes, everything, because that's where your style comes in. Your style is your timeless style that you want to be able to look at your wedding photos 10 years from now and still love them. So definitely. The advice that we always give to the brides is don't be too set on the trends. Incorporate elements of the trends to your personalities and to what the couple, exactly like what you also said, Alison, like what the couple love. If they are foodies, then spend more of your budget on food. If you love entertainment and music, then go wild with the party. If you if decor and florals and things, if that's your vibe, then really go all out with that section of your wedding. So it really is to help the couples to bring out their personality in their special day. That's what's important. They mustn't get too caught up in the season's trends.
Yeah, that would be my advice as well. A trend is a cool thing. I mean, it's nice to follow, nice to look at, and obviously there'll always be trends, But I think the most important thing about a wedding is this is the one day that you get to reflect, yourself. So I almost want to say, eat the fish and spit out the bones vibe, So
definitely.
I like that.
So when I listen to so what's your opinion then on timeless? What about timeless? What is your opinion on timeless decor and styling? You think that's a better way to go than following the latest trends?
Yeah, I think timeless is something that's really special, The whole ideas, I mean, if I look at my wedding photos, which was many years ago, now, what is my children, what's their reaction? Oh, mom, no. Or is it, oh, wow, so romantic. You know what I mean? So
yes.
One has to look at that as well, I mean, timeless is something that's literally got to do with you and your partner, and also something that is more captivating the actual day, rather than the year.
Okay, yeah, most definitely. Okay, well, ladies, I think that's a wrap for us. Any one of you want to give some advice to our audience on what they should be doing when it comes to choosing their decor style and their color schemes and stuff for their special day? What advice would you be able to give them?
I think, it's always good to look at what's out there. I mean, they need to obviously see what is out there, and magazines and all of that. I think the bracelets and online and everything else, that's a great way to see at what's available, what is the latest trends, and what do you like. And like you guys said, little things, make it your own. Yeah, make it
your own. Yes.
And enjoy it. Take the time to actually sit back and take it all in. I think so. You spend all this time planning it, and the day comes and it goes so quickly. Just sit back and enjoy it. Enjoy having all those special people around you and celebrating.
Charmaine, I want to say also, often if I speak to brides, it's so sad to hear, like, they will usually say, I'm so glad the planning is over. I just want to get married now. And then it feels to me like they don't enjoy the planning. And I think they must make the planning fun as well. It's not about the destination, because your wedding day is not your destination, because there's a marriage after that wedding day. So why not make the wedding planning also fun? Go to expos together, or just have date nights still. Because I often hear the guys also telling us that, my bride-to-be she's only planning now. We don't do anything fun anymore. To still enjoy the planning, and then obviously to enjoy the day itself as well. And I think that's very important.
Very important. And then I see we've got a question here on the screen. It says, okay, so maybe we must wrap up with that because our time is going out. What do you think is going to be the upcoming wedding trends in 2021, 2022? So maybe each of you can just leave us with something what you think is going to be the wedding trends. Alison, you can start. What do you think is the trends going to be going forward?
I think it's mainly going to be personalization. Everything's going to be very unique and individual to the couple. Personalization, definitely.
Yeah, that's
Crystal.
That's what I said in the beginning. It's personalized, and with that comes cool details to the wedding dresses. We're seeing capes, we're seeing pockets, and that is, again, it can be so personal to that specific bride. But then also technology is one of the trends that's really getting incorporated in weddings, and I think is here to stay. It can include people from overseas that wouldn't otherwise be maybe able to attend your wedding. Technology in the planning of your wedding, it's definitely a trend that will be with us for the future.
Most definitely. And Mariet, what do you say?
Charmaine, I'm an over-the-top person, so I'm actually glad I'm not getting married now, because I also think it's more intimate, it's more, like I said, personal, it's smaller. And I think a lot of stuff like the dresses are a lot plainer for me. I see they are going on more plain, and I think they're going to, I don't want to say due to COVID all the time, but due to COVID, I think the more plain and personalized and intimate is going to stick with us, yeah.
Going to stick with us. Fantastic. And Lana, what's your opinion?
I think the whole botanical feel is it's what I've seen, and I think people, that's one of the trends that are going to be here to stay for the year. Is I've seen it, the planning literally through winter, summer, and everything. But definitely the personalized effect, people love that. It's like the new thing, from let's all wear jammies and get ready together to a welcome box, to all those little details. So I think this year is definitely about the bride and about getting together, and the groom and the groomsmen getting together. So yes, absolutely.
Celebrating.
Intimate
celebrations, yes. Well, ladies, it's been lovely talking to you, and thank you for taking the time out to come and chat with us here on Espousal Online, the first 3D virtual wedding expo for South Africa. And it was very, very nice to host you, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll chat soon.
Okay, thank you, Charmaine.
Thank you so much, Charmaine.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.